Donald Trump talking a big game, saying that he would have started World War III with China and Russia. So Donald Trump said, hey, we should drop bombs and put on our airplanes symbols from China to make them think the Chinese did it. Yeah, that's what we'll do. All right, so let me give you this story, it's ridiculous. The former president spoke to GOP donors in New Orleans. This was on Saturday. He did an 84-minute speech. That's his thing, right? He just rambles, okay? He mused over the idea that the US should label its F-22 planes with the Chinese flag and bomb the ish out of Russia. That's according to a recording of the speech. So let me give you some quotes here from the speech. Trump said, and then we say, China did it. Let me say it like Trump. And then we say, China did it. China. We didn't do it. China did it. And then they start fighting with each other. And we sit back and watch. Oh Lord, there's more. I just cannot believe this clown was president for 4 years. This remark was met with laughter from the audience of donors. A now viral clip posted on Friday. A day before these remarks, a bystander had recorded John Daly talking with Trump during a Thursday phone call. Trump claimed Russia would have never attacked Ukraine when he was president because of his relationship with Vladimir Putin. Here's the audio.
Praise them.
Yeah.
They're all saying, oh, he's a nuclear power. It's like they're a friend of him. He was a friend of mine. I got along great with him. I said, Vladimir, if you're doing, we're hitting Moscow. I said, we're going to hit Moscow. And he sort of believed me, like 5%, 10%, that's all you need. He never did it during my time, John,
No.
We're all talking about it.
No, it's
Why
funny.
did he do this during the last 4 years? Because he knew he couldn't.
It's funny how she didn't bother you either.
Yeah, no, she didn't bother me. I told him the same thing. That'll be next.
Yeah.
That's going to be next. Taiwan will be next. You won't have any computer chips. They'll blow them off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
As it relates to Russia, my grandmother would say, Trump won't bust the soft side of a grape. Now remember, it was Donald Trump who decided to lift sanctions from Russia, believed Vladimir Putin over his own intelligence agencies, was soft on Russia, completely, 100%. Same guy, all right? So after coming under fierce criticism for praising Putin as savvy and brilliant for the Russian leader's moves in Ukraine last month, he struck a tougher tone Saturday, claiming Putin never would have invaded the country if Trump was president of the United States. Every single military analyst says 100% untrue. The reason why Putin attacked when he attacked is because he was getting his military forces ready for the military conflict. There's always a sales pitch for a war. Vladimir Putin's sales pitch has been that if Ukraine becomes a NATO nation, it creates a Western barrier that leaves Russia vulnerable. He started that campaign during the Trump presidency. So he was already planning based on his selling of this war. He was already planning to invade. But he spent far more time talking about Trump, blaming President Biden than Putin, and often spoken vague platitudes without specifying what he would have done differently. He said, I knew Putin very well. He would not have done it. He would have never done it, Trump said, without mentioning that as president, he held up military aid for Ukraine as he pushed the country to investigate Biden's son, Hunter. Yeah, remember that? Okay. Jackson?
Yeah, I mean, the iron grip that Donald Trump has on the large bulk of the Republican voting base, I've seen enough to believe it's never going anywhere, even after he's dead and gone. This man, for him to have said this, period, publicly, is inappropriate and stupid and unhelpful. But then they'll say like, oh, well, he was just joking. Of course, he wasn't serious, which doesn't make it better. Again, something like this should never have been said, period. And then again, if Donald Trump's relationship with Putin and Xi Jinping or anybody was really so strong, then he would have influence over them now.
Yep.
He would be able to talk them out of things now. But the reality is that every time Donald Trump makes a public appearance, people who really run the show know what's up. Ain't nobody worried about Donald Trump.
Well said.